We need music. We really do. Anyways, part 1B of the Firing Squad, episode 1. Part 2 of 2, I guess you could call it as well, either way. Needless to say, the guy that does the titling on our videos here kind of screwed that one up a little bit.
That would be you, sir. Anyway.
I know not what you speak of.
Brie versus Tamina. Who paid attention to this match? Not me.
Not me.
I'm out of the three of us, I'm the biggest women's wrestling fan here, but let's be honest, it's a Brie Bella match. I mean, granted, she's gotten better over the years here. I think,
but she still needs some improvement.
I think Brian's obviously teaching her some stuff, and it goes back to the joke that I made in the original one of this that got cut, which is eventually Daniel and Brie and Nikki and John are going to have kids, and one of them's going to grow up to be a really good wrestler with two super talented parents, and the other's going to be the son or daughter of John Cena and Nikki Bella.
Pretty much. Okay.
See, that joke was funnier the first time. The second time, it doesn't get a laugh.
Right. So Brie basically gets the shit kicked out of her.
Both during and then after the match. And you've made the comparison of Tamina before to Diesel, and never more apparent than tonight.
I know. What's with the big boot and shit?
Not only was it a big boot, it was a big boot for a finish.
I know.
Like, we were sitting here, and we saw the big boot, and I looked at you, and I said, "You're right, she is Diesel. The hell?" And then I said something about you know what's next? Jackknife. You're like, she does the jackknife. I quit.
I'm fucking done.
I quit.
Anyway, so we go to CM Punk and Curtis Axel.
You might want to slide into the picture a little bit more, Brandon.
That's just a tad bit. We go to CM Punk, Curtis Axel, and Punk wins. Punk's stipulation, well, we talked about it in part 1. Punk won, so Punk won his match the fastest.
Yes, by 11 seconds, which they won't know about your shitty-ass math because that video got deleted.
Can we stop mentioning the video that got deleted?
No, we can't, because frankly, it's funny and it makes you look bad. And there you go. Hey, we're the Firing Squad. That means we can turn on each other. Bang, bang.
Okay. Anyway, so Punk's stipulation was it's going to be CM Punk versus Ryback and the Paul Heyman.
Yes, not just Paul Heyman. The Paul Heyman.
Inside Hell in a Cell.
Brandon's got nothing over there.
Yeah, that's normal.
No comment.
Anyway.
Brandon's about as clueless as always over here.
Daniel Bryan versus Alberto Del Rio.
Albert of the River.
Albert of the motherfucking river. Anyway.
You see, you know what's going to happen now?
What?
I'm actually going to look up the translation there and have that for our next broadcast. Alberto Del, whatever motherfucking is, river.
Anyway.
I'm going to make that happen. I have Hispanic friends. I can do this.
Best match of the night.
To this point. Yeah, let's call it what it is.
The finish kind of
ruined it.
The
finish butchered it.
Well, the finish was flat, but at the same time, it's like I said earlier. Realistically speaking, co-number 1 contender for the WWE title and World Heavyweight Champion, who's coming off a huge win over Rob Van Dam. Enjoy your break, Rob. We'll see you when you come back after you're done sparking some J's. It's cool. Why else do you think he's taking time off? So that way he can smoke weed and not get busted by the wellness policy.
And plus, it takes a month for weed to get out of his system. Don't ask how I know that. It's probably just because I'm black anyway. Anyway,
So not only are you a pot smoker, you're also a self-hating racist.
Let's call it what it is. Anyway, so we go to Orton basically distracted. Daniel Bryan, fade to black.
No, Orton, we didn't just fade to black there. Call it what we called it in the first video.
I'd rather not.
I'm going to.
You go ahead. You do that.
He used a word that rhymed with draped.
With Drake?
Draped.
Oh.
D-R-A-P-E-D.
Okay, so he draped. So he wanted to see if the drapes match the curtains.
The curtains match the carpets.
Whatever. I've heard it both ways. So, anyway, Daniel Bryan goes backstage, gets jumped by Orton.
And let's be perfectly honest here, there ain't nothing real about either of the two Bellas. Anyways.
Bree's natural.
Maybe.
Bree is natural.
You honestly think there's nothing facially there, though?
No.
I completely disagree.
Well,
I'll tell you what. Let's see what we can do. We'll see if we can't find a couple pictures of Brianna Garcia, pre-WWE, and then in the WWE, and we'll see what we can find. How's that?
we'll do that.
Well, maybe we'll try to upload the pictures to our Twitter account, which we will create as well.
Yes.
And we'll plug that on the next video, and you'll be able to see the difference there between pre-WWE Brianna Garcia Bella, post-WWE Brianna Garcia Bella.
And so, are we going to shamelessly plug our Twitter too?
Probably.
Okay.
We're also going to plug the Firing Squad app for your Android and iPhone.
Because that's what's best for business. Okay.
What's up, Tony Acero? 411 Mania in the house.
All right.
Wolfpack's back, cousin master. Okay, I'm done.
You're done. Main event.
I'm fired again. It's cool. I lasted a night.
You're fired. Main event. Goldust and Cody Rhodes get a tag title shot against the Shield in a no disqualification match, which was decided in the segment backstage.
Between the Shield, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon H.
What?
Stephanie McMahon H.
Okay.
Stephanie McMahon Helmsley
H.
Whatever.
Levesque.
Kayfabe.
Really?
Motherfucking kayfabe! Nigga, anyway.
Did you really just say the N-word? Did you seriously just say the N-word?
Nope. Anyway.
Anyway, best match of the night.
This is
overall.
for all of you at home.
Okay.
Best match of the night overall.
Yes, without a doubt. Emotion, pop, crowd interaction, minus the interference from Big Show. I remember.
Well, and
I'm sorry.
Dean
And
Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose.
Was Dean Ambrose not going to get involved?
Nope.
That was the best match of the night. I mean,
Oh.
4 fantastic workers.
Well, we had the discussion briefly about this match, like in the last video that, as I said, got kind of kiboshed. That we were debating whether or not this was the Raw match of the year. Brandon said it was.
Mm-hmm.
I disagreed. I say it's Cena and Punk from February on the road to WrestleMania.
Minus the Hurricane.
It was Cena throwing her on. What do you want? But all things considered, though, I think the only thing that sets the two matches apart is the same amount of crowd emotion involved in both matches. You had the same amount of excellent work done by all 4 men involved. In this case, it was the 2 men involved in that match. And I think that's why they get the nod, because they had more people tonight in order to tell a better story.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Cena and Punk told their story in like a 27-minute match where it was just the 2 of them busting ass.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't think there's any question it's the tag team match of the year to this point in the WWE, and I would even go as far to say even better than the Battleground match, which was fantastic in and of itself, especially when you had Dusty getting funky like a monkey with the bionic elbow.
Why is it that the matches on Raw are better than the matches on pay-per-view?
Well, I think this time they had the stipulation that benefited them with the ability to include the interference that we knew was coming anyway, so why not just put it out there and let it be known that, hey, these guys are going to get involved, it's going to happen, at least you can expect it, so that way we're not dicking you out of your time for watching the match and then getting the screwy finish.
There you
go. Dug the finish, Roman Reigns ducking under the disaster kick right into the ropes, into the Big Show punch.
That surprised you.
Thought that was impressive because I thought it was going to go. I thought it was going to go disaster kick into the crossroads.
So how do you not see the beatable disaster coming? You're looking right at Cody.
No, because Roman Reigns was distracted by Big Show.
Well, that's a stretch.
No, it's not a stretch. You got a 7'4" man staring you square in the dome. You're going to be distracted by him.
Well, I guess you're not going to see the kick till it comes last minute. But
he ducked the beautiful disaster and walked right into the weapon of mass destruction.
So I guess George Bush finally found it. A political joke? No? Okay.
We're not cutting that over. Nope.
Okay. So good main event. Let's wrap this shit up.
Score out of 10.
I'll do it out of 5.
Out of 10.
I'll do it out of 5.
10.
Why?
Because 10 is the standard. You think about it. Brandon, score out of 10.
I give this show an 8.
I was going to say a 7.5.
7.5?
And the reason I say 7.5 is because a lot of stories further tonight, but at the same time there were a couple points that still need touched up on. Like obviously we have to find out what Big Show's contract situation still is, and we didn't even touch on that other than them mentioning the Bring Back Big Show hashtag on Twitter.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
important.
Started by Xavier Woods, the former Consequences Creed in TNA. The other big thing here is, let's be honest, pointless Divas match. If you're going to have any of the Divas wrestle, have it be AJ, because AJ is easily the best worker in the division right now.
That's saying something.
No, it's not saying something, because AJ is actually a pretty good worker.
Well, let's not forget about Natalya.
Oh yeah, but where's Natalya basically been? off trying to train Eva Marie and JoJo, more or less. Anyways, Fear the Bull. I don't care for Los Matadores, but Mascarita Dorada as the Bull is fantastic. And any kind of situation that gets Mascarita Dorada mainstream airtime in the WWE is okay with me.
I kept that 3 months.
Before that gimmick goes south, I don't even think it lasts 3 months. The crowd's already kind of indifferent towards him. Out of 10, what do you give it?
I'll go with 7.5. So, what are we averaging here? 15 plus 8.
It's 23 divided by 3 is about a 7.75, 7.67, something like that.
7.5.
I only gave it an 8 because of the main event.
7. We'll call it a shade over 7.5 here, which makes it an above average Raw. Very limited time wasted tonight, which I appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, other than Fandango and Santino and the Real Americans tag match, there wasn't really a whole lot of nothingness to the show. And realistically speaking, the Real Americans kind of tied into the Los Matadores situation.
Right.
So
This show had a lot of relevance to it tonight.
absolutely. A very hot St. Louis crowd as well, I must say. I'm very impressed by that crowd there. All right, let's go ahead and put a nice little bow on this one.
Till next time.
Brandon, final thoughts?
Final thoughts on tonight's show?
In general.
I thought the show overall was good. I mean, I give it an 8 because the match, the main event is what saved that show.
I give it a solid B plus.
I mean, yeah, there were some filler spots on tonight's show, as usual.
But when you're working with 3 hours, what can you do?
Right. I mean, I seriously think they need to go back to 2 hours, but...
Lauren, final thoughts on the show and or the premiere taping?
Well, I honestly think this has been one of the best Raws in a while.
I agree.
Definitely. And I think they need to produce more shows like that every week. Get more people to watch.
Well, especially with the ratings in the tank as they have been lately. And they're going up against a good Monday Night Football game tonight, too. As it's Indianapolis and San Diego on Monday Night Football tonight, too, which is a very tough game for them to have to go up against. Andrew Luck's Monday Night Football debut against the Phillip Rivers-led San Diego Chargers.
Well, football season, you got to work with what you can work with.
And that's basically, you kind of got to take your shots. Like last week, they lucked into a pretty crummy match on Monday Night Football. The Jets and the Falcons, between the two teams, they were like a combined 3-5.
Mm-hmm.
But tonight you had the Colts, who are, I want to say, 4-1, and I think the Chargers are like 2-3. But at the same time, the Chargers have the firepower of Rivers and Antonio Gates, so who I have on my fantasy team, Antonio Gates actually. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you get used to seeing these 3 ugly mugs because you'll be seeing a lot more of us. He's Brandon Collins. He's Warren Freeman. That's my cell phone going off. I'm Harry Broadhurst. We're the Firing Squad, and we will see you probably maybe for SmackDown and more likely next week for Raw.
We don't do SmackDown. Well, we might do SmackDown. I don't know. But we're not just going to be doing show reviews. We're going to be doing just basically full sessions too.
Pay-per-view reviews as well, but at the same time, we're also going to do like pay-per-view previews. We'll occasionally throw in a topic here and there. Just random, basically random Firing Squad BS here. Brandon, Warren, Harry, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Blah, 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 blah.
No comment. Just stop the tape.